Thank you so much for that. It's great to be back in Clark County. I was here last time, and it was a great night that night. I like to say that it was the night that we ignited the flame with the 10th District Team Republicans. Clark County is kind of like the second home now, because every time I do something, I'm able to go to your chair, first vice chair, and I'm able to talk to them about those decisions. They've been great advisors, so thank you so much. And thank you to Clark County for all the donations, all the love, all the support that you have given. You really understand the purpose of what we're doing. And the purpose is very important what we're doing, because we're trying to save the Republican Party. We are a dying organization, and what I told you last time when I was here, it still stands today, was that we were losing the youth vote 18% to Democrats. And obviously you all seen how important that was, that we fixed that, because you have shown it with your pockets. So I just thank you so much with that. It's helped a lot. We're getting a new website created right now as we speak. That should be finished sometime by Friday or Saturday. So we're doing great things with 10th District. We're able to grow and recruit more members to get them to join the 10th District Team Republicans. And so that's all that great stuff is great. However, we still have to keep moving with the organization. Let me tell you why. When I sat in that panel last time, I told you that the Republican Party was losing the youth vote, and that our number one demographic were the older voters. It still is true. Those are still our number one demographic. However, we're losing some of those voters because they're dying off, whether it be from COVID or cancer or whatever the natural disease is. They're still tending to die off, and they're being replaced with our youth voters who, for whatever reasons, tend to be less educated than some of our older voters. But that has been proven in life, that the older you get, the more conservative you get. However, we don't have much time to wait on people to get older. So right now is the time to fix it. It's the time to solve the issue while we still have a chance. A few weeks ago, I was able to have the opportunity to go to Morgan County and speak there, and a lady was fired up, and she was just asking, she was like, well, how can we make Georgia a red state? She was speaking as for the fact of Herschel Walker losing his Senate race. And one of the things I told her was it all starts with the youth. If we get the youth back involved with the Republican Party, if we educate our voters, then we can still win. We can win back our state. We can keep Georgia a red state, and we can send Joe Biden to the retirement home in 2024. But in order for us to do those things, it's going to take a lot more than just us coming up here and speaking and firing up the crowd and saying everything that you want to hear, because the fact of the matter is, I can't sit here and tell you that we're going to win in 2024. I don't know if you heard or not, but the political pundits in Washington are betting on the Republicans not only losing the House, but they're betting on Joe Biden winning back that White House. So if you really are fed up with what's going on with the Biden administration, if you're fed up with the governance of what's going on there, then you need to take action. You need to get involved. If that takes you going into communities that we are usually not going into, then so be it. We need to go knock on every door, make every phone call, and do everything that we can to let our message be known. Because guess what? The Democrats are doing it. They are going to schools with these voter registrations, but in reality, what they're doing is just saying, we are the Democrats, we are here. And if you don't vote this way, you're a bigot, you're homophobic, you're racist, and then they get peer pressure with the youth. I've seen it, I've been in the public school system my entire life. Let me just give you a quick story. I know that when I first started with this political stuff, like I told you all, I was in 8th grade. I started in the middle of COVID-19 pandemic. But when I first started getting involved, it wasn't easy going out and telling people I was a Republican. People will shame you, they will bash you, and they will try to get every friend in the group. Like when you're in high school or even middle school, you have these cool clubs. Well, I got shut out of every single one of them because number one, it's not cool to be a kid and be in politics. Number two, it's not cool to be a kid, be black, and be a Republican. They hate that so much. I've had teachers who have told me, they was like, well, I don't know why you're wasting your time with that mess. You're never going to get anywhere. The system is rigged, and you're going to stick with, the same stuff that every other black person does, whatever. Well, I've seen that to not be true already, because first of all, they told me, I remember the first day that I was going to come and speak here, they told me I was wasting my time coming here and trying to get people to help with the organization, because people would never want an organization that's ran by a black person. Wasn't true. You all have helped me so much in Clark County, and Greene County, and Putnam County, and Morgan County. The list can go on, but it has been so great doing this. I mean, it's just been wonderful. I just words cannot express the gratitude that I have for people like you, just to concern people who've seen the failed governance of Joe Biden, and who've seen how it's not just affecting you, but it's affecting our generation. And that's kind of what my message is all about. It's to show the youth that you may think that this stuff doesn't affect you now, but the older you get, the more you will realize that it does affect you. But I try to show them ways that it does affect you now. With TikTok, there was a big mess a few months ago about TikTok being banned, and the youth were getting very fired up about that because they did not want to lose their freedoms of TikTok. But there was also a poll that asked, it was something around the lines of, would you rather give up your phone or lose your hand, or something around those lines? And most youth voted that they would rather lose their hand than lose their phone. Well, you would say, this stuff sounds crazy to you all, and the way that our youth are being uneducated sounds crazy to you, but we are part of the problem. If we're not making our message known in these high schools like the Democrats are doing, then we're the reason why we're losing. And if you sit here and you do nothing, then you're the problem. So this is my challenge to you. Tomorrow, when you get up in the morning and you start talking to people, it's kind of like with religion, you preach the gospel. Let's preach the gospel with our political beliefs. Tomorrow, go tell a friend about how important this next election is. Tell them what Joe Biden has done. Well, as a matter of fact, don't tell them what Joe Biden has done. They've seen it. They already know what Joe Biden has done. But when you go talk to someone who doesn't agree with you. Tell them about what you believe in. Tell them about why you believe in it. And just have a civil conversation. What I've learned with being in high school is usually when you're nice to people and you don't get in their face and start spitting in their face and cursing them out and acting a fool with them, they usually will listen. They usually will think. They usually will be very like-minded with you. And so that's what I've been doing. I've been talking to people who usually are not really that involved in politics. Most of the people that we have from Greene County delegations, part of 10th District, they have never been in politics. Their parents were never in politics. But the more that I talk to them about the importance of being involved, and as I try to show them how life has changed first from when Trump was in office to when Biden was in office, it caused them to think. And they was like, you know what, you're right. I don't want to live in America with all this high gas price. I want to be able to live in an affordable America. I don't want to live in the same position that I'm living in now. I want to be able to make it up to the top. That's what capitalism is all about. And so that's what they realized. And so they was like, you know what, I'm going to take a stand with you, and I'm going to get involved. And so some people got involved with me, and we have done something here. Jackson County produced one of the greatest people to ever be born, Will Stevens, by the way. He's a vice chair of our organization. He's done a phenomenal job. He's great. So all I ask for you is to help me, continue to help me, to revive this Republican Party. And it can be done. It will be done. But it's going to take people like you to get it done. My name is Jake Stembridge, and I thank you all so much. And please help us with Georgia City Congressional District 10 Republicans. Thank you so much. God bless.